Well, good evening, wherever you might be watching this live telecast, and welcome to Darwin Football Stadium in the top end of the country. If you're going to be an end, be in the top end. It's the best end. We're bringing you the first semi-final and the second semi-final, a big double-header of football for finals starting for 2025 if they race towards the Cup Championship. My name is David McRae. I'll be your play-by-play commentator this evening, and I'm joined on the sidelines by my good friend Axel Deathmore, bringing us all of the action from the sidelines and possibly a pitch report as well. The first game brought up today is Darwin Olympic versus Darwin Hearts, 1v2 for a chance to go straight through into the grand final. Opportunity now to throw down to my good friend Ax, who again is making me look bad with the amazing threads you have on, my friend. What's it like at pitchside?
Well, good afternoon, Dave McRae, and good evening, viewers, and good evening, fans here in the stand in the top end. Well, beautiful conditions down here, of course. 17 kilometres an hour. The wind, the kickers will be contesting with this afternoon, 27.9 degrees and 51% humidity for kickoff this afternoon. You can really start to feel the atmosphere build as the referees, the match officials, and the players out to my right now take the field. But I'm certainly feeling like, Dave, if we look at yesterday's game and look at what we saw in some of the play-by-play, and of course extra time, we're in for an absolute treat this afternoon at the Darwin Football Stadium. Dave?
Mate, impeccable timing as always as the teams walk out along with the referees. We might go back down to you just before kickoff because I'm interested to get your opinion on the conditions, but the team lining up, as I mentioned, it's an opportunity to go straight through into the grand final. The top two teams, of course, you want to win, you want to go straight through, you want the week off. If you joined us last night, I tell you what, was last night and also this morning as well, because it crept into the wee hours of this morning because we had two games go to extra time. The last one going to a penalty shootout in what was an epic battle between the two sides, especially the first one, first v second. We thought that maybe the Athena team might actually, the Atlantic team might actually go away with it, but it was an epic defensive performance from Mindel, who managed to hold them out, draw level, and got so close to actually knocking off the actual premiers. But in the end, it was a late goal that got them through the grand final. So Mindel, however, they will survive another week. They'll play obviously next week in the prelim, but we're back today at the Darwin Football Stadium for this cracking game. Again, the Men's Premier League to kick off the finals in the men's division for 2025. As you're just seeing on screen, the teams come together. We've had the toss, two captains going back to their respective huddles. And the referee panel for tonight, we'll get confirmation on that, but we know that there'll be a good contest, Act. We hope they don't necessarily go to extra time because as we realised late, there's four gentlemen out there that ended up having to run around on the pitch for 240 odd minutes, which is a fair effort considering one of them actually then had to play today as well. So a fantastic effort from our match officials, and we're expecting nothing less as they're just checking the goals at the moment, making sure they're all present and correct and lined up properly, but we're minutes away for kickoff. Back down to you, Ax. You mentioned last night that the conditions were a bit unseasonal for this time of year, and it did obviously have an effect. We saw a lot of players go down with cramp. What's it like as a Darwin local? What's it like tonight?
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Look, certainly unusual weather conditions for myself being a Darwin local. Dave, I feel like this would be welcoming weather conditions to you because right now in Darwin, we would call this an early build-up. It's when we got what we call mango madness sets in, humidity sets in. Look, it's certainly not the weather you'd be normally rolling out onto an outdoor setting in a suit and tie. But we like to bring some sort of nice attire to the viewers. But look, to answer your question, Dave, it's beautiful weather conditions to me. But when you're running out on the field and you're running through a game of football here, it is certainly going to be challenging conditions. It's not what the players are used to. Being 90% of the players are local to the top end, and they're not going to be used to the early build-up. It is only about 27 degrees, so it's really going to test them. We're really going to have to focus on hydration and watch the cramping. Dave McRae?
Thanks, Ax. So we're off. For those watching at home or even in the stands or internationally. So Olympic is the team in the red stripes and the Hearts in the white. And early ball forward and an early foul from the referee. There's already some really vigorous comms out on the ground. So they go down the far edge, looking to slot one through. Here's an early opportunity if he can get there. He's going to have brings it back inside, looking for the cross. Wasn't looking for a cross, had a shot on goal. He had a player right at the top. Opted not to go to him, had to have a shot. And the keeper was up to task. So, a quick start here from the Hearts. An early shot on goal. No balls out there. The keeper has to go collect his own ball. In no hurry to bring it back. So if you are watching on home, it is... Oh, they're mucking around with this. I'm not sure what they're doing here. Strange, really strange for me. I'm not sure why they opted to do that. But potentially a set play, I'm not sure. At the back, looking for an option, didn't get a touch on that. But Olympic get an opportunity, comes in board, looks to square this up. Here's a great option. Inside, first touch was good. Second touch a bit too hard. That did come off a defender's boot. So we've got our first corner of this evening. So end-to-end football already. On the replay there, you have the defender's flailing foot on the left. Saving more would have been an inevitable shot at the posts. Olympic, of course, finishing top. Here comes the cross. It's high. It's long at the back. There are numbers there. He's got to play this back and got to reset for the spread. Playing a high press defensively. Brings it in. Good deft touch there. Pocket picked. Hart should clear. Crowd will build as the sun sets behind us. We also have the reserves games on behind us on field 2. We'll bring you the updates on those as the night progresses. Lost the radar on that one, although Olympic should get it back. Get some... Oh, that's a good ball. If he can maintain it. It was a 2-on-1. Neither of them got touch on that. Another opportunity on that right side. They've been dangerous thus far. Not necessarily the connection he wanted. He needs some support. Probably took a little bit too long there. Just invited the challenge. Olympic doing all the attacking early. And of course, it's a question of how long can either team continue with this frenetic pace. It is still quite warm. No breeze to speak of. We had a significant breeze coming across the ground throughout last night. No breeze at all at the moment, making conditions a little more challenging for the athletes. Hart's looking for something here if he can get his hands on it, with boots on it I should say. Brings it into the box. He needs some assistance though. He's going to have to reset and go backwards. Out wide again. Trying to get this. Oh, great challenge there. Olympic. Plenty of defenders around that. It's frenetic. They're playing a very high press here. Foot race out there. Neither of them will get to it. Middle of the park. He kicks that up and under. Didn't quite get the service he wanted. Physical challenge on the close edge. Goes inside. Again, high press. Can these two sides continue this frenetic pace? It's a question of who's got the legs to go the full 90. Olympic, of course, finishing top. Although had an indifferent end of the season. Lost a game. Went down to Azuri.
Box them in, boys, box them in. Isaac, no ball out, no ball out. It's got to be our ball.
Goes the throw now. There's lots of red shirts around there. They'll go for take two. Just sends that high, long and deep and it's headed over the line. So after a frenetic start and two early shots on, or two early chances, we're just now playing a bit of arm wrestle in the middle of the park. Going to go backwards here to reset. We'll probably go for a switch. No. Ignores that option. Just deft touch to try and get the ball through. Foot race on that right edge. That's where Olympic has been playing it. Plays in his teammate. Here's the cross at the back. Can he get hold of it? There was a goal. There's a goal! There's a goal from nothing. His teammate lost the radar. It fell to his feet. He just had to turn and shoot. Goalkeeper, very little time to react. And the boys in red go up early. Here's a replay. He just had to turn and shoot.
A great setup there from those players, and we spoke about yesterday just how important it was to have those players at home, Dave, on the setup like that, and that's where we see the Darwin Olympic Soccer Club pick up a first goal for this evening.
Yeah, well, the cross went to the back and teammate managed to get some purchase on it and just managed to land really well. All he had to do was turn and pop it in the back of the net.
Hold the ball, boys, hold the ball. Use the whip there, Scotty. Use the whip, use the whip. There.
Still playing this frenetic pace. Lost the handle on that though. Oh, getting fatigued just watching him at the moment. Chance for Hearts now. Thought about going to the right. He's just got to wait. Now he goes there. Dealt with well though at the back. Azar Hussein. He's been in a bit. He's been solid down back. Plenty happening on the sidelines there. It's a coaching panel from both technical areas getting involved. Hearts, apart from the early chance, as we see a foul here, just trying to string some good possession together. Long ball, that'll probably outrun everybody. Keeper just allows that to roll over the line.
Go, Willie, keep them organised, Willie, keep them organised, Will.
As the sun sets behind us.
Organised, boys, organised. Tighter, Isaac, tighter.
Organises the call from the bench. It's a long ball, probably a bit too much on that. The keeper waits for it. He has to hit it. Comes out of his area. First corner now for Hearts.
We're 32 minutes away, Dave, from our sunset here. Our last light being 6:42 local time in Darwin.
Yeah, streaming in from behind us. The ground bathed, well, part of it in sunshine. Beautiful sunset too. First corner for Hearts. What do we got here? Cross is good, but well dealt with. Hearts will get an opportunity here. Wants to go a long-range shot. Easy for the keeper in the end. Crowd has built considerably since the kick-off. Expect it to continue to do so on this balmy Sunday evening. Looking for the switch here. Olympic currently leading 1-0. Skipper launches that. It'll be a foot race here. Who's going to get this first? Does well, the fullback. Tough challenge, and that'll be a Hearts throw in. Come together, a bit too much. Hard touch on that. Ball is out. So Hussein just having some troubles with his boots. I thought it might have been an ankle, but he's okay. That's a good throw. Plays in his teammate. Theophile, I think I'm pronouncing that correct. Smart Theophile, number 3 for Olympic. What a great name. And you've been introduced. What's your name? Oh, well, I'm Smart.
Not a bad way to start a conversation.
Yes. Who are you? Smart.
Especially in a job interview.
Two teammates come together. Bad comms there. It should result in an attacking opportunity for Hearts. He lost the hand on that. The touch was a bit too much. Goes the second effort. Just the radar was off. And they're playing a real high press. Both teams. Frenetic start. Referee says play on. This is great run here. Couldn't get the ball through. They might get an opportunity to reload. No, they won't. Their file can't get to that one, and that'll run over the line and give Hearts an opportunity to reload an attack. That's the noise you can hear behind us is the reserves. Bringing you those score updates as they happen. Launches it into the middle. Deft touch there. But he's stripped. Player goes down, no, nothing there. Keeper did not like the defending there. He is absolutely baking his teammates.
Diane Newell expressing his frustration, as you mentioned, Dave, in the lack of support from the defence. Causing him to have to take a large dive to defend those nets.
Yeah, it wasn't going in, but still, he was open for the shot. Slightly off. That wasn't a great pass. It'll give Hearts an opportunity. Squares it inside. Has the long-range shot. Almost loses the handle on it. Had a second by the cherry. That's 2 shots on goal in the space of 30 seconds now for Hearts. Olympic. Deft touch there, but comms are off on the side. They might be able to get something here. They're going to go back to the keeper to reset. He loses the handle on that. He's got time and space to regather himself. Again, high press here from Olympic. Plenty of noise coming from the touchline. Both camps in the technical areas. They're all sitting down now. Currently, the coaches don't expect that to last very long. That's a good through ball. And another good one, a foot race on here. It should be cleaned up at the back though. He's got to keep this end, not concede a corner, does well.
That was the skipper, and the 22, William Reeve, keeping it well out of the distance of the striker from Hearts.
Strong challenge. It will be Hearts that come away from it. They've got time and space here. Hussein to Smart. Smart loses it. Another strong challenge on the line. He'd do well to keep this in. And the assistant says, Olympic ball. Hussein with the throw. Go straight back to where it came from. 2 strong headers, throws the boot up. Did Parifti. Again, I'm probably butchering that name. I don't think I am actually. Number 7. Flailing boot over the back. So again, both teams happy to play this frenetic pace in these unseasonal conditions. This is a bit more patient, this build-up, although we're not really going anywhere. Treading water a bit. Again, the high press from Olympic might come off almost. Under all sorts of pressure, our Hearts trying to get outside their own end. In the middle, it will be Olympic again that gets to reset. Number 3's been in a fair bit, past few minutes. Theophile. And there'll be a free kick about 8 or 9 out from the area. It's an opportunity to see the Olympic set piece here. It looks like it's Maskey that's lining up to take this one.
Goalkeeper Joshua Minasai now under added pressure.
Goes over and some. We might have had a score. No, we haven't. I think that's a cheer for the miss, is it? That's actually that's a cheer coming from this stadium. So that's the biggest cheer I've heard for a miss. Just put too much on that one. Well over the crossbar.
Darwin Olympic apparently having one of the bigger supporter groups in Darwin.
It seems to be an even spread on either side at the moment. Crowd is building. Olympic will get to reload. They've had most of the possession the last few minutes. Over the top, that's a good through ball. Plays him in. They really like that right side. I don't know what he was doing there. He had time and space. He had some numbers streaming in through the centre. And they're happy to play the short ball here. High press really causing them all sorts of drama, and they've turned it over. Sliding tackle. Oh, he's saying all ball. Good comms from the referee. In the box now. Again, it's not the first time he's done that. Send that into next week. Junior Jaranora, they're really liking that right edge. So surely the Hearts coaching panel must be working on something there to stifle that run down their right side. And they're happy to play on this left side, and that's the old 1-2 there. There's a better string of possession here for Hearts. Goes long, it's a foot race on, it'll be well dealt with, or it won't be. Just got there in time. Newell doing well. He's had a fair bit to do really in the game. He had a fair baking of his teammates as well earlier. Wasn't happy with their defensive setup. He's going to go in the middle of the park. That's spots, pinpoints his teammate. I'll have to reload here. 2 players come together completely committed. This is an opportunity for Hearts. Throws it in. He's got an option here. Great defence on the line. Saved a certain goal. It was a certain goal. He probably wants his time again. Probably didn't hit with the fervour he needed to. It was a great run. Down the right edge. Great cross. played his teammate into perfect position, probably took a little, just half a millisecond too long to put his boot to that, and probably didn't put enough pepper on it. But what a fantastic flailing save on the last line. I didn't pick up the number, but keeps his keeper's sheet clean.
Certainly getting humid down here, Dave. I've had to retire the coat to the bench for the evening.
I can feel it up here. Tries the kick over the top. Spectacular looking. Goes over the bar. Prifty. Andre Prifty. So Hearts have had their chances. We spoke last night how the game of football can just turn on its end. We had two teams last night that did so much defending. Their opponents had 3 times as many shots on goal. One of them ended up going to Strokes in the end. Opportunity over the top, flag is up. Immediately onto that, it was definitely offside. So I just get the feeling, I don't know about you, Axe, I just get the feeling the tempo has tempered somewhat.
You can feel that on the sideline, David. It's certainly different feeling from last night. The intensity is certainly different.
Long ball, opportunity now. Can't get his boot to it. We're well defended. Hussein plays in his. Oh, he didn't have enough on that. Almost spilt that. That was Maskey. Didn't put enough on that. Telegraphed his shot pretty easily. Keeper. It'll be a turnover again, and that. Luckily, just plays it on the heel. Comes off his opponent's legs. You can hear that. That is the Hearts, Olympic Hearts. Sorry, the Darwin Hearts. They're on the right-hand side. They've got some drums, and here we go. Yeah, headed into the box. We've got a second bite here. Up and under. Referee eventually finds one. A free kick, that is. Isaac Voicey, a fair bit there. Here's it. 2 at the back, though. Well dealt with. And keeper plays it on quickly. Maskey loses the handle on that, gives away the foul. Played at the top of the box. There's 3 there, though, to clean it up. Now, plays in on the right. Thought about the cross. Has got to send that wide. Looking for an opportunity to get the ball in. Plays it no one in particular. And there's numbers around this for Olympic. Lifts the player up in the air. Rides him like a donkey. And the Hearts like that one. The cheer squad, they're getting their voice now. Hussein with the free kick. Now, if you're watching at home, you may have better vision than me, because you could probably see that the Hearts kit, of course, is a white with a dark blue stripe, but their numbers, I think, are a yellow. It's very difficult for me to pick up those numbers, so I'm going to do my best. I think it'll probably be easier as the night goes on, but at the moment, that was Geary for Hearts. It will be a bit difficult for me to pick them up on the other side of the pitch. Opportunity here now, although it might be cleared at the back. It's a good through ball in. Theo Fowl, not sure what happened there. I was just blindsided. You might have got a better view than that than I did there, Axe.
Fortunately, your eyes weren't on that contact, but I was just
Here we go. We'll have a look at the replay. I just shifted. We've got our wonderful technical staff up here behind the cameras bringing this vision, and I shifted behind them for that play and I just missed that. But it looks like it is it a free kick? Messages on the sidelines for Olympic.
You mentioned those numbers, Dave, for the Hearts. And certainly, I admire your work to be able to read them. It's hard enough to read them from the sideline.
It's a little challenging again. I think hopefully it'll get better. Here we go, opportunity for Hearts now. Going to play this in on the right edge. Can he get there first? Deft touch. Looks fantastic. He's got no one. He's got no support. Now he does. He's going to go inside. Over the top. Great run on that right edge. Adrian Jerry, he's been a handful recently. Off the top of the box, headed in. The keeper has to make a save. He liked that one too. So did the Hearts cheer squad. They found their voice.
Very reserved coaching bench following that, Dave McRae.
See it on replay.
What a save.
A variation here in the cross that goes low, easily dealt with. They'll get to reload. Get up is the call from the technical bench. They might give this up here, although they will. So the Olympic managed to deal with that one. Saying that save again on replay on my monitor, spectacular. Just got his hand to it. I'm not sure if it was going in, but the keeper made sure it wasn't. Plays the ball in, but it will be turned over here. Comes off. I think that's Mazafari. Bit of a guesswork here with the numbers. Out wide. They really like this right edge to Olympic. Cross comes in, they've got numbers in the box. The keeper does well. He almost gets it. Shot on goal. It's another one.
And how's the celebration from the crowd, Dave?
Well, it was the Hearts cheer squad that had been making all the noise of late. We see it on replay there. The keeper did really well to get his hands to that cross. But we saw it yesterday. There was a ball that came into that area and it took a deviation. And the question was whether that particular part of the grass is a little more unstable. But he's dived to deal with that cross in. Managed to get his hand on it. And of course, he's gone to ground. And it's very hard to scramble back to your feet. But good pressure, and again, that right edge for Olympic. They're really liking that. Are we seeing him play down with cramp already?
We are.
No, magic sprays coming out.
The Achilles might be causing a bit of havoc for the young player this evening.
That goal hasn't stifled the Hearts cheer squad. They're still going. If anything, they're lifting it. Good ball. Well dealt with by the defender. The lights are slowly starting to take over. Go Axe.
Angel Geary there with the possibly Achilles cramp, but he also features in the top goal scorers for 2025, so a player that you certainly do want on the field for the full 90 minutes here tonight.
Gets around the defender, but not the second one. I think that's Maskey again. Tries to play in his teammate on the right. Flailing boot from the defender. They'll play this back. Goes long, falls over, makes the job for his teammate really difficult, but does him a favour and gets his boot to it before it goes over the line. We've even got a cheer squad, looks like the Olympic cheer squad down behind their goal as well, the goal they're defending on half the bleachers there. Crowd has continued to build. Ball in, well done from Hussein. Fresh airy, second shot. Oh, keeper just straight at his face. Fresh airy from Hussein. It was a second bite from that shot. In the end, he kicked it straight to the keeper. I don't think, did they get a touch on that? Yes, he did, so it's an Olympic ball. Plenty of cheering going on. This ball's gone. Should be dealt with easily. Great touch. With control there. Got to go down the edges. No one home though. The radar was off. He'll play this back to the keeper. Running himself ragged at the moment. Geary. Number 10 for Hearts. Again, that right edge. Looking very dangerous out there. So Theophile again. He's been in the thick of it. Hearts disappear that like that second goal has built something for him. Played him in. Keeper has to come out of his area. Plays it back only as far as the Hearts again. They get to reload. Just holds it up, waiting for something to happen. He's going to play it inside. Going wide for the switch. Green. Opportunity to clear. It's only gone as far as fresh area. Again, shoots, scores! And the Hearts are up and about. They've brought the numbers tonight. We see the fresh airy. And the keeper, he had something to say to that. Would have liked a bit of fly on the wall there. It's not the first time there's been a fresh airy in there to box. And all of a sudden they get the one back. This is a fantastic game as we expected. The teams have brought the heat, and so have the fans. They have had their opportunities in front of goal. This time they managed to convert. Again, Olympic really liking that right edge. Referee, the man in charge tonight, Eric Zahir. He was the fourth official last night, so opportunity now for Hearts. Couldn't quite get past Hussein. He will try and reload. 2 on his hammer. Referee's found a free kick though. It'll come back. Tug of the shirt. Now the coaching panel for Olympic. Is that the coach? He's up. He's having a chat. And that's the skipper, is it? There's 2. William Reeve goes out to that far edge again. They really like it out there. Plays that down and back. High press now for Hearts. They might get this turned over. Only as far as the full back. Now they're going to switch it. Hussein here. Rises above. Good header. Needs to maintain control here. Can't. 2 on 2. The ball will run out. Good use of the body. Wants to play on quick. Crunching tackle. A crunching challenge. The 2 10s coming together. Miriam Maskey. Flag remains down. Trying to get around the defender. Plays it in with a deft touch. Looking for the cross now. Here it comes inside. The one that started it all. Couldn't quite get his head to it. Keeper will come out of his area and boot this back to where it came from. Hearts G squad loving it.
In for a real treat tonight with 1v2 on the ladder for the championship.
Another opportunity, long range shot. Goes into next week. It's the beauty of the game of football. You kick a goal and all of a sudden you feel like you're on top, even though you're down by 1. No other sport can give you that. The Hearts at the moment, they feel like they're on top. They might get a chance here to reload for another attacking opportunity. Plays it inboard. First touch is good. He's got to spread this wide, although that one was a little hard. The skipper for Olympic will come in, use his body well. Call from the Olympic bench. I think that's the coach. He'll get a touch as well. It's calling out to, I assume, Voicey.
It's actually coming from one of the players. They're very vocal, very passionate player on the bench.
Got to play this back to the skipper. Flailing boot, won't get there. Plays this inside. Defender coming in, and the goal kick. Took a while to point the flag to the assistant. Now the Olympic on the right, the Olympic cheer squad on my left, I should say. They're now trying to drown out the Hearts. They are definitely winning in those stakes at the moment. They've got the drums, they've got the tambourines, they've got everything. They've brought the heat and they've brought the instruments. That came from the Hart bench, that scream. Didn't quite get the head on it. There's an opportunity here. He needs to get possession. He's going to play it back to create some more space. Ball in. He's playing this out wide. He comes across. It's well wide and long and far and well over. Reminder, if you're joining us for the first time, thank you very much. But this is the semi-final for a chance to go straight through to the cup final and have a week off. The team that comes out on the other side of the scoreboard, they will continue on and they will play the winner of semi-final 2, which is coming up straight after this. Here on YouTube, Football NT. Played over the top, foot race here, pushed off. Referee says play on. Hiptree goes down. They've got an option here on the right again. Places inside. Flailing boot from the defender manages to stifle the run. They're going to play this back. This is interesting. Now he's got to go back into the ground and look to cross it, but only as far as Voicey. Again, they're liking this right edge. Not much structure at that top. Long ball. The sun has all but gone now and the temperature has dropped considerably. No wind, however, no breeze to speak of yet, if there is one to come. Ball played out long. Should be cleared here. Hearts player down, can't see the number. He will get up. Header will play in the number 10, trying to get through. The defender has a shot. Way too much sauce on that one. Angel Geary has looked likely, especially on the right edge here. Radar off a bit though. I've just seen the replay there, he was well off balance, which makes sense. Couldn't get his head to that one. Olympic just seem to get into a lull at the moment. Hearts have been doing most of the attacking since their goal. Looking for an equaliser. As we're inside the last 4 minutes and change of regular time. Skipper. Reeve just Spain solid down back. Strong challenge, although he'll come up with it. He can't beat the two, however. And there's another opportunity on that right edge. This is the first real good opportunity they had, but it's good challenge. Has cleared that. Challenge has come off second best. It will be an Olympic ball. Drums are still beating in the Hart camp.
Player looks to be badly cramping on the ground there. Dave,
the trainer's coming on now. I don't know if it's cramp. I think it was in the challenge. Let's see the replay here. So it was a physical challenge. And he's come off second best. So the replay suggests it was a trailing boot that collected his ankle, his right ankle. Up and about again, the coach for Hearts giving some instructions to his charges. Sam Green and Sunil Sharetha getting some instructions. Ball in now. Good head over the top, but a little too much for his teammate. Look to clear this to Hearts. Only as far as Olympic. Again, that right edge. Borks goes top of the area. They might get an opportunity to reload here. He wants to go back inside. Physical contest. Hearts win it, but only as far as Hussein. Goes in. Eventually going to be cleared. There's a few anxious moments there. If the cross was just a little bit closer to goal, that would have been an opportunity. Reeve plays this back. Good ball in. Flag was up. Yes, it was. Junior Janora. He hasn't had much to do on the left side because, again, they tend to be favouring the right, the Olympic. And possibly some changes have come to stifle that run from the Hearts. Came in from next week to challenge that one. But it won't matter because Hearts will get to clear them. Probably is too much on that. No. Challenge. Hussein does very well. Get to reload now. Janora will get the free kick. The Hearts camp absolutely loving every minute of it. Got to go backwards. High press. Out wide again. Strong challenge from Olympic, but Hearts will come up with that one.
Program. Want to get program? He's right in the corner.
Opportunity on the right again. Looking for some help inside the box, coming through a little bit too late. Played that to the keeper. Strong contact. Held the ball though. And the referee just having a chat. Shadows at half time. Gets through one, gets through two, gets through three, can't get through four. They might get an opportunity here. That was a great ball, diving to his left. In the shadows of the halftime whistle, into injury time now. Olympic should get to clear this. Goes left, goes right. He's got to clear this down. Misses his teammate in Prifty. And that is halftime. No, that was halftime behind us. Apologies. So the reserves game has halftime whistle just been blown. That was an offside call here. Goes long to his opposite number. Not sure how much injury time we've got added here. At least 2-3 minutes, I suggest. A little bit too much there, and an opportunity for Olympic deep into injury time to reload for a late attack on goal. Breeze now coming in, and it's taken my team sheet with it. Blowing in from behind us across the park, so not affecting or benefiting anyone. Blowing straight towards the big screen opposite. Right edge, plays that into no one in particular. Like an opportunity here. Plays inside, has a shot, only hits the defender. Incoming Hussein like a freight train. He goes down though. Can Hearts clear? Can they reload for a late attack? Hussein still down in back play. Good ball on that left edge. He'll get there first. Up and under kick though. Relieving kick, and it will be a corner. Hussein still down. Had to grab my team sheet, got blown away. I'm not sure what the cheer squad is calling out there. We've gone at least 3-4 minutes in injury time now. Hussein still getting treatment at back play. Could this be an equaliser? Late in the half. And the referee is up now. Hussein is up. The referee is coming over to find out what is happening. And he is limping off the ground. So question mark over him. He looks a bit. He looks like he's in distress. Actually, this could be something more serious than originally thought. He is favouring, I think, the left. As he goes over the sidelines on the far edge. Now, back to play. Hearts with an opportunity. Deep into injury time. Goes right back and well dealt with. A bit too much. And that is half-time. An entertaining half, 3 goals. But kicked off like a firecracker with a first shot on goal with inside the first 30 seconds. And then down the other end, there was the opening score. Mindelaces 1, Palmerston Rovers 0 in the reserve game behind on field 2. But Hearts finished stronger, I think. The back end of that half manages to score one. They're getting a rev up from some of their supporters. Olympic are still out on the ground and having a chat, but we might take this opportunity to go down to Axe on the sidelines. What do you got for us down there?
Yeah, thanks, Dave. I've had a chat to the coaches bench out from the Darwin Olympic Soccer Club. They've been generous enough to give me a few moments with their captain. I just want to let the captain do the huddle, and then he'll be sent over to me. So we'll get his insight to the game. Of course, the 2 opening goals for Darwin Olympic, and then we'll see their insight to how the second half is going to play out here this evening. But great weather conditions down here. The pitch is nice and dry. There's not a whole lot of concern with moisture in the pitch here tonight, Dave McRae. So the boots won't be working too much overtime to keep the players on their feet. But apart from that, it'll...
And there we have William Reeve now.
Looks to be a game.
Intense, and we've made a bunch of mistakes. That's about it.
Build on here.
Yep.
Here with the captain from the Darwin Olympic Soccer Club. Fiery start, and you're up a goal. So what do we need to do to keep it together for the second half?
We just need to cut down on mistakes. We've made the same 3 or 4 mistakes and gave them chances to score from.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Dave, straight to the point there from the captains. What we like to see, we can see they go out there with a fiery plan. But like I was saying, the pitch conditions couldn't be better for finals footy here in the top end, as the sun has pretty much set over here in Larrakia Park. It is set to be a fiery and a passionate second half.
Well, if it's heading like the first half, we're in for a treat, but the captain said that well, mistakes. It was a mistake that cost him that first goal to Hearts. A couple of fresh areas in the box resulted in a pretty easy shot, and they drew one back. So quick break. Hearts finished probably stronger in that half. If the cheer squad can hear me on the right, they're keeping up the atmosphere. So continue on, folks. But we're going to take a quick break, because that was a frenetic start, and we'll be back for the second 45 shortly. Welcome back, Darwin Football Stadium. Second half of semi-final number 1. If you've just joined us, it was Olympic. They got 2 quick goals early, and they looked like they were going to run away with it before the Heart turned around, courtesy of a mistake in the box, and managed to level, and they definitely finished the stronger of the 2 sides in the back end of that second half. And on the right, probably the biggest cheer squad in the stadium, the Heart cheer squad is bringing the heat as the sun has gone down and the heat itself has dropped a bit. Challenging conditions, however, no wind to speak of. So the question now is, can the Heart continue where they left off in the second half, off the back of some great cheering from their supporters in the stand, or can Olympic hold them out and or add more and go on to claim a spot in the grand final? First of 2 double headers this evening. I'm David McRae on comms. I'm joined by my good friend Axel Deathmore on the sidelines, who are bringing us all the inside from the tech benches and the coaches. We're just a few seconds away from the kickoff for the second. Just behind us, the reserves game has kicked off. Sorry, Ax, go ahead.
If you can have a look for the air conditioner controller and just flick it on, that'd be kind of you.
It is still unseasonably warm. So waiting for the kickoff. Lights have taken full control now on this balmy Saturday evening. There's the whistle, underway for an opportunity to play in the Cup Decider in 2025. Straight through is the winner. For the defeated, it will be a second week. An opportunity, plays the ball in quickly. They're still liking this right edge. That ball in, however, didn't find a teammate. Hart can clear here. Challenging quickly. No one got possession on that. Hart should be able to. He lost several times the handle on that one. Flailing legs. And for those watching at home, and we've got an opportunity. Flag is well up. That was well offside. For those watching at home, you could see a wonderful strip from the Heart, the white with the dark strip on the edges. They have what appears to be yellow numbers, which makes it very difficult to see. So apologies if I'm unable to call the numbers, especially on the far side of the ground. They're very difficult to see those numbers. We'll do our best. As the ball goes long here, it should be cleared at the back from the Heart. In the middle of the park now. Def kicking, plays his teammate in. Here's a good ball through, but didn't have the legs to get to that. And Olympic will get an opportunity to reload.
Opportunity now to highlight, Dave, just the 4th official was speaking with one of the players before, and they were just having a discussion around the heat and the playing conditions, so not sure how that'll affect the extra time or what will come out of that discussion with the officiating panel.
Well, of course, in the Women's Premier League last night, 2 games going to extra time, one even going to shootouts. Opportunity down the right. There's way too much sauce on that. Is do you have the legs to get there? No. Goes up the left edge. Played that well. Geary has been in the thick of it. Angel Geary, number 10 for Hart. He's been good in the first half. Looks like he wants to continue on in the second. Looking for the switch here. The skipper goes out to the left side. Going to go back to Reeve. He's looking to switch here, just holds it up, waits, now goes in the centre of the park. Spots his man. Strong physical challenge as it has been all game. That ball will come out. He's won himself, won his team a throw. Theophile, smart Theophile, I love that name. Ball in, uses the body well. Kicks, what a great ball in. Plays in his teammate, was probably expecting it. Left to come back. And defensive relieving kick.
Dave, the opportunity now just to, I need to apologise to the Darwin Olympic Sporting Club. It's not the soccer club, it's the Darwin Olympic Sporting Club.
Sporting Club, yep.
Apologise to those guys for the incorrect calls through the evening.
Junior Janora having the ball stripped from him. As you see on the replay here, great sliding challenge. Giving up a corner, the first one of the second 45. After this game, of course, as we did last night, we'll be awarding the Premier's Plate and medals for the team finishing top. Here's the cross in. It's a good low one, rising at the back. Coming in from next week. Got real good purchase on that. But the distance between goal was very close and he couldn't keep it low enough. See on the replay. Rising above the bar. Olympic will clear it here. Turns and goes, challenge in the middle. Bicycle over the top. Great deft touch. Beats one, beats two, beats three. Opportunity on the right. This is where it is. Kicks it in. He's got a player right in the middle. Flailing defensive boot to clear it. It'll only go as far as Hart, and the flag is up once that ball was played out. Those cheers you can hear coming from my right side. That's Hart. Darwin Hart's football club. They have brought the energy tonight, trying to get their team over the line and an equaliser. Oh, he shoved him. He said, not today. It's over the line.
Probably not something I'd be doing straight directly in front of the fourth official, Dave.
Right, just made him earn it. This is Mapadia. Kelvin. Launches this, the top of the box. It's only Hart players that rise, but they'll get to Olympic players that rise. Hart, Olympic now will reload. He's got a player streaming on the right. It's Theophile. Strong challenge, trying to win the ball back. It's going to run out, so they will get a throw. That ball will drift over the baseline, and that'll be a keeper kick. First of two games tonight. If you missed the games last night, go back and have a watch. 240 minutes of Premier League football, including a shootout at the end. Headed down by the skipper and Reeve. Deft touch in the middle of the park. He's going to play in Theophile. Fell over, but had time and space to collect himself. That's fantastic, Gather. The athleticism, brilliant. Still no breeze to speak of. There was just a small instance earlier in the first half where the breeze came in from behind us. Actually blew my team sheets and all my notes away. But right now, ever so light breeze. I've caught more of God's breath coming from the back over across the stadium, burrowing towards the big screen, but not doing much for player comfort level, that's for sure. These two going at it. They've been going at it all night. Theophile eventually almost wins, throws the boot, wins it, doesn't win it. There is, it's absolutely willing in the trenches. Shoved out the way. Referee has done well to keep that going. Had everything but arm wrestles. But Hart now get a chance to counter. Keeper got a touch on that. Deft touch in on that left edge. Tries to play it in, player falls over, opportunity to strike, goes wide. The pace is frenetic again. The question was asked in that first half, how long can these two teams keep it up? In these conditions, which are unseasonably hot, coming through with authority. Sharetha just boots that into next week.
Edging 30 degrees here, Dave, and 61% humidity with 9 kilometres an hour of wind. So,
well, that humidity is considerably higher than it was last night, and we saw how that affected the players. We had numerous players going down with cramp, although admittedly they had to play an extra 30 minutes in both games. Playing around with it at the back of Hearts, full high press from Olympic, giving them nothing, putting the defence under pressure. Might give them some options on the rebound though. And that ball was just kicked away. That will be Olympic possession. No, Heart possession. Darwin Hearts in the white. Crashes in. I think that was the 7. That was Thrifty for Olympic. Wanted a free kick, wasn't coming. I'll play this right down the line. There's no one there though. It should be cleared at the back by Olympic. It's out wide now. They're liking the left edge now. It was all the right edge in the first half. Great through ball, but a little bit too much on that one. So Hearts seem to want to work this ball up the ground rather than kicking for distance. And this high court, or this high field press, is Theophile now in the middle of the park. They've lost it. Holds it up. Flailing boot doesn't get contact with the ball. In the middle now. I'll get to reload. Olympic, that is. Numbers are plenty for Hart. Play that a little bit too much. It'll be an Olympic ball on the edge. Throws it backwards. And they'll go even further backwards to try and reset here. Goes back to the keeper. Now Hearts tend to play a full pitch press. And that one had a little bit too much on it. Left to gather there, slides through, but played it deep. Lots of noise coming from the stands. They've brought the energy. Got to go back to the keeper. Thump that long. It won't stay in. Reserves going on behind us on field 2. We'll give you an update. It was 1-0 at the break. As that changes, we'll update you. Plenty of numbers. Plenty of red shirts around that one. Kicks it right to middle of the park. High ball. Good touch. Is there something on this? There is. Has an opportunity. Looks for some support. Goes inside. Good defence at the back from Olympic though. And it got straight into the counter. Numbers streaming forward. He's got players in the middle if he needs to. But coming through like a freight train. Picks his pocket and some. Theatrical fall to the ground. Darwin Hearts is the chant, if you can hear it. I'm sure you can. Bringing the energy. Big crowd in tonight. An opportunity to play in the Premier League Grand Final on offer here. Good ball in. There's a foot race on. He's going to get there first. Probably went for that a little bit too early, I think. It's easy for me to say up here in the box. Taya plays that in. Looking for an option here. A bit too much on that one. Keeper to keeper. Wants to go on quickly now. Calling his teammates into the fray. That'll be immediately turned over. Used his body well. Turns his Theophile into the middle of the park. Flailing boot. Couldn't get there though. And we'll get to reload. The drums are beating. Good challenge. Strips him of the ball, but he'll have time and space to reload. Goes out wide. High ball into the box. They'll challenge at the edge. Will fall out wide. He thinks about the shot. Has one. Right of the post. Player down, just in front of, is it the half? Just in front of the technical area. Getting some treatment.
See a while.
That looks like cramp to me. Is that cramp? No, he's just testing the flexibility of the ankle. That's what I tell one of my charges when I'm coaching him. You've got two ankles, don't you? Two ankles, you'll be fine. And he's getting a chant from the sidelines, and they're going to make an early substitution by the looks of things. So an early substitution in the second half. I think coming on there, the number 7. And
Darwin Olympic also to follow in suit. Dave, with the substitution set to take place.
I'm going to allow you to make the pronunciations there, my friend.
Yeah, we'll come
That's a
straight back
hospital
to that
pass.
after this play, Dave. Not
And
gonna lie about it.
Olympic making their first change. Round of applause coming off. Looks a bit dejected there. I think that is. It's Theophile. So smart Theophile comes off, and he's actually been pretty good for them. Perhaps the coach is just changing some structure there. Cheers for Darwin Hart still ringing around the stadium. Goes long, didn't quite get connection on that. It's a 3-on-1. Olympic will clear easily. Should clear easily. Right in the middle of the park. Good vision. Good play in. On the left. Almost lost the handle. Did lose the handle. Probably thinking about what he was going to do with it before he actually took possession. Opportunity out to the left edge. Can he get there? He can. Good through ball. He's got pace, but he's got goal side the defender. The keeper had to come through. Crushed the back like a freight train. The defender bleeding. He should keep pleading because I know that the referee always changes their mind. The referee done a pretty good job tonight, to be honest. He was the 4th official last night, and this game is absolutely willing. Might be hot in the stands and hot on the pitch, but I tell you what, if you're a player out there, it's absolutely boiling because it is physical, it's fast. Here comes the cross. Goes down, is David on the line? Saved it on the line. It was a great header. Low and into the corner. Beautiful cross. Even better header. Even better save. We've got to change ends.
Now the technical bench from the Darwin Olympic appealing with the 4th official for an infringement in that contact. 4th official has none of it tonight.
Darwin Hart sees the chant around the stadium. Cross in right to the middle. It'll find the defender. Thought about booting it. Now he will. Is there enough on that? No, there's not. It will find the line. Man up is the call. Not a lot of space. Here we go. Hearts win this ball. Opportunity, needs some time, needs some space. You have a number. Shoots! What a save! And the technical bench right in front of you, Axe. They are vigorously protesting.
I hear you, I'm not.
I hear you, is what he's saying. We hear you too.
That's a protest coming from the technical side to the fourth official, but they're holding their integrity high tonight, Dave McRae.
Oh, I think they've done a fantastic job so far. This has been a really,
I feel
really
like
energetic
tonight's
match. Another one. They're just peppering, putting pressure on the Olympic defence. Can the damn wall hold? Looking for the counter here, our Olympic. That hasn't come off for Hart. He doesn't have any support though. He's going to hold this up and go backwards. He's got number on the far right. He goes right there. Didn't quite get the connection on that because the ball took a deflection, but it will come back for a free kick. So Olympic, they haven't had much opportunity recently. It's all been Darwin Hearts. Can they put together a good attacking option here? At the back! Was a little bit beyond him. Taking his time, and I think all of the players are quite happy with that. Give themselves a break. The conversation in that technical area, Axe, is still going on. It seems to be even more vigorous now.
I feel it's leaning towards the technical areas are starting to get concerned about players' safety with the level of humidity out here. We'll just have to see what the outcome of the discussion with the fourth official to our coaching staff will be.
Well, it's an easy conversation to have when you're up 2-1, isn't it?
Yeah, very easy. I mean,
so I haven't really seen much effect on the players at the moment. That ball didn't get where it needs to go, but Hearts should be able to reload here. On the close edge, they've lost the handle. Good body use, strength. Turns, goes, they almost took a hand. Play on, says the referee. Olympic shoves him. It just stands over him. Interesting what he says there. You're right there, bro.
Certainly a size difference between those two figures, Dave.
Junior Genora is just being asked, did the grass taste good? Isaiah Hussein now with the free kick. Looks going to that far post. Watch it. Goes right in the middle, curves in. The flag is up.
Tension's really starting to build in this game, Dave. It's going to really be interesting to see what the closing 20-odd minutes of this game has to say for itself.
Well, if Olympic are worried about the conditions now, they probably want to do a bit more attacking, because if a Hart can equalise here, with chance of us going to extra time, is significant, I think. Plays that back on the back heel. Have to go back to reset. Get high press. So they might be complaining about the conditions on the bench, but it's not affecting the players out there, because they're willing to run their guts out still as we pass the half hour. Sorry, past the hour, I should say. That ball will gather some cloud as it enters the stratosphere. Coming straight through, a bit lackadaisy there. And Hearts will get the throw. Deep inside Olympic territory. cheer squad going off.
Dan Jock coming on for Darwin Hearts for a substitution late in the game.
So Hearts have made 2 changes. They'll pick 1. Opportunity inside the box. There's no one where it falls, except for the heads of Olympic. They might get an opportunity to reload here, but numbers went out. Or do they? Physical challenge there. Referee allows it to play on. Wants to come back to go in. Beats 1. Referee says play on advantage. Shot on goal goes wide. The chant has changed. I'm not sure what they're saying there. It was Hearts. Now they're, I think, chanting a player name. Still no breeze. It is warm up here. Admittedly, we are on the concrete, so the heat would be radiating, but not sure what it's like on the deck there, Axe.
Yeah, not too bad down at the coalface, Dave. It's starting to be a bit more comfortable conditions down here, and can see the players are starting to adapt to it a little bit more as we go into the 70th minute of play here. But not too bad, I say.
So 20 and change to go. What has this game got left in store? Place in the grand final. Good through ball. Although flailing ahead from the defender, he's just going to launch that towards the safety of the line. And
bit of friendly fire there from
Shiretha Aruji.
Poor coach is just copping a bit of friendly fire from the number 4.
Hart's going to play this in the middle of the park. Go spread it wide. Tentative start on that far edge. They like it over there. Both teams have liked it there. I don't know why. There must be some better grass out there. He's going to come back to reload. Now he goes inside on that edge. Rising above, but radar was off. Targeting was off.
Our goalkeeper again just giving a serve to those defending players, just not happy with.
He's been happy to do that, hasn't he, throughout the game?
Not receiving a whole lot of support from in his way of thinking.
Well, that goal did come from a mistake, as the skipper William Reeve did point out to yourself at half-time. Wasn't the best looking mistake either. Big fresh airy coming straight through to try and clear this. Boots flying everywhere. Here we go. Plays it in though, clearing this. Should be Hearts. That's a great ball. Good use of the body again. Plays inside. Has to go backwards. Being closed down. Tell you what, it might be hot, but these players, they're not giving an inch at the moment. They're making me tired. Just look at them. So, with these conditions as well, the result straight into the grand final has more impetus as well, because that team that wins gets a week off, so their recovery will be even more significant. So even though if you do lose, you manage to live another week, the team that goes straight to the grand final, I think, will have a significant advantage, being able to rest for an extra 7 days, get the recovery, look after the body, the ice baths, the electrolytes, the physio. And the goalkeeper just happy to take his time here, give everybody a bit of a rest, a bit of a breather. Those who haven't had a breather though, it is the cheer squad on the right for Hearts. They are still going strong. Opportunity for Hearts, good through ball, and the flag stayed down, but probably a little bit too much here. The defender did well, uses the body. Got to go inside. Holds that up, turns again. Still going, looking for something. They'll reload here in the middle. Got to go back. Good through ball. Thought about playing him in again, but he is stripped.
Carry, space. Give it.
That took a deflection to give opportunity, and he just puts that nowhere where the goal face is. Probably had a significant more time. Looks like the scores in the reserves are still as they were at half time. We may have an injury in the box. I'm just having a look, I think we do. Scores remaining 1-0. We'll get some confirmation on that. And that ball booted away, and there's a conversation again. Not happy with his teammates' efforts in the middle of the park. It's got hands on hips now. They've considered a corner. And to be honest, this is the first real decent opportunity Olympic will have in their second half. They've had to do a bit of defending. There's only been a few chances for either side in the second 45. Chance of Darwin Hartz goes up across the stadium. It's the right-hand side. They absolutely chockers in these areas.
Darwin Olympic looks to be bringing their captain back onto the field, Dave, in the next few moments.
Didn't realise he was off. Here we go. Low ball. Keeper didn't get purchase on that, but thumps it away. Here comes the rebound. Plays him in well. Needs to turn. Goes back. Closing defence for Olympic. Use of the body well as Hussein.
No, the captain is certainly not off. I've read that wrong, Dave. My apologies. It's Ruffle Yagos, number 11 for Darwin Olympic Sporting Club. That's set to be coming on. And yeah, the captain is indeed on the field at the minute.
Good challenge at the back there from Olympic. Put his body on the line too. Knew the player was coming down at a mile a minute. You see it on a replay here. Just put his body on the line to get rid of that ball.
A little bit of tension starting to boil over a bit on the field.
Well, it's been a willing game. Very physical. And it is a corner now. So can Hearts get an equaliser? Again, I mentioned earlier, if they do manage to score, the possibility of extra time, again, I think the odds would be very, very short, even though I'm not a gambling man. Darwin Hearts is the call, is the chance, at least on half of the stadium. Here in Larrakia country, the top end, the best end of the country. Here we go. Here comes the cross, very high, very wide. Well, down the back, I should say. Here comes, well, he didn't have any support there, and he did really well, just drew the foul in. The other player was hammering down, he just held it up and drew the foul, because he had nothing up front to kick it to. Final quarter hour of the game. Over the top, L1-2. Captain will reload off the far edge, the right edge. It's what they liked all day. And good defence. And the supporters like that one too. Hearts want to work this up the ground by through the midfield. Good stop, plays that back. Now he goes. Not sure who to though. Olympic will reload. Challenge is coming. Good through ball. Plays him in, he needs some support. Shoots a goal. The keeper Did well to get there. We might have a goal. We do. We have a goal in the reserves, I think. With the keeper running, maybe not actually. Well, no. The keeper's very happy, so it must be. Action's here on the pitch though. Turns him inside out. Almost loses the handle. Another great ball. Has to stop and prop. Goes between the legs of the defender and wins the free kick. Closing towards the last 10 of regular time.
This is certainly not where the Hearts want to be giving away free kicks, where they're in striking distance of the goal. Dave, this close or this far through the game, that's not an ideal situation for the Hearts to be in right now.
Well, they had to score and keep Olympic out in this second half if they were a chance of bringing it back. There's the set piece over the top, well over the top. As we're inside the last 10 minutes of regular time. Again, they've got to play this short and they've got to work this up the ground for the midfield. Tactic, obviously, the team are confident of. Long ball, almost lost that, the fullback, but easily collected by the keeper. Crowd for both sides have picked up. Hart on the counter, looks over to his right, decides to play it on the left. Coming right through, setting that into touch. Short throw, goes left, then goes right, goes inside. Opportunity here over the top. He needed someone at the far post though, didn't have anybody. Reminder, after this game we'll be awarding the medals and the cup for the Premier in season 25. And then the second semi-final coming away. Hart now with an opportunity to attack. It's got to go out to that right edge. Holds it up. First touch was a little bit too strong. I'll get to reload here though. They go back, try and create some room. Toying with it. Goes long. Keeper come right out with confidence. Newell's been strong between the sticks tonight for Olympic. Just turns that one. And now plays a great ball off to that far edge. Holds it up, waiting for something. Good challenge, great challenge. Strips him of it and turns it straight into an attacking four-way. Although equally as good as the defender for Olympic. Can Hart get the equaliser? If they do, are we going to extra time? They're going to play this to the right. Good ball in, opportunity, the flag is up. He was onto that immediately. Got to get up is the call. Coming from the technical area. In the middle. Going to go back to where it came from. Plenty of numbers there for Olympic, including the keeper. Played over the sidelines.
Certainly we saw yesterday the ladies playing a lot of the games into the sidelines. Not a whole lot of centre football being played here in Larrakia Park. And again, it's a carbon copy for the gentlemen tonight, playing right on those lines and keeping our assistant referees hot on their heels tonight and the flags, Dave.
It's a tough night to be a linesman. Plays that well, gets an opportunity, shoots, scores! It was a great touch in, great kick in. The first touch was exceptional, the second was even better. As they're motioning to the crowd. Four touches, so watch it on the replay. Exceptionally well to see it here. And you suggest that's probably enough. Hearts will have to score twice in the next 5 minutes and change.
I really feel like the Olympic Sporting Club have signed their way into the grand final this evening, Dave McRae.
And you could suggest that really came something from nothing. There has been a yellow card awarded. I'm not sure who that was to. Hearts, have they got something left in them late in this game? Lost the handle. We'll get to reload. Oh, turns on a dime. Although he's given it up here. He'll get it back though. Well done. No one at home there. Let's go straight to the keeper. Boots that well over the line and over the fence. Player down, just outside the circle. He's up. So that goal hasn't seemed to have dampened the spirits of the crowd here. Sliding tackle, wins the ball back. Took a boot through with the through ball. Turns well. Well, they will give it up here. That's the skipper, I think.
Looks to be Isaac Voicey there in the 15 jersey for the Olympic Sporting Club, cramping up a little bit in the closing moments.
I'm not surprised. Well, this one probably very unlikely going to extra time. Opportunity here for Hearts. Can they score quickly and keep the door slightly open? There's plenty of screaming, chanting going on in the stands. They're excited.
Free kick awarded for that prohibited contact.
Time is running out.
We're 87 and 39 on the dial. Dave McRae, I feel like this has sealed the deal and signed the paycheck for the Olympic Sporting Club tonight.
Well, they did finish top of the table and they will likely come out winners here, and it's a good result when they're going to be awarded. And we have a result on the other round. Another one. And it's party time here on field one.
They just left that open too much.
You like that one.
Substitute goes on, player number 11.
And Laxadaisy played that in well. Good turn and just slotted it. It was actually probably the goal of the day, to be honest. As we see here on the replay, just turns. What a great turn there. Onto his right. Down low. Goal of the day.
Goalkeeper just wasn't in that position he would have needed, and he'll be undoubtedly reflecting on that. But these challenging conditions out here, we can see just how challenging, how fatigued some of these players are as they make their way from the field.
So our scoreboard hasn't updated, but the one online has. So it will be the Hearts that have to go play next week, and they'll have to wait for the next game to figure out who they're going to play. They'll be the winner. That took a deflection off the defender's boots. Olympic should clear. They've got the numbers. Played that well off the chest. Sliding tackle from two players. Tries to do something fancy. It'll come off. He beat three of them. Good turn. Great tackle, and he's on all fours. They're still playing like it's the start of the game.
Now this could be trouble for Darwin Olympic Sporting Club. Player down, looks to be, oh, finds his feet.
It's Baskey.
Tiago Saws set to substitute in for the Olympic Sporting Club.
So coming in very, very late.
This is just to get him through to the whistle.
And it looks like he's not going to be subbed, because I think the fourth officials just confirmed the amount of time left, and I think they've decided not to. Trying to give him a run after the game is all but decided. Going to play this. Good ball again on that left edge. So they've just used the far side of the park in both halves as Olympic, and that'll be a corner kick, will it?
They have decided to take the sub, Dave.
Well, they have to. Well, there you go. Tiago Soares will come on.
And I think that was a signal out to the goalkeeper for Olympic that it was 3 minutes in the term of extra time that now they'll play.
3 to go. So coming off, you might be able to confirm that for me, Axe, but I think that's Sharetha, number 4.
Yeah, it is number 4 indeed. A very well-deserved
Ball up. Keeper has to get involved. That might be another one. It is 2. It's party time for Darwin Olympic. Keeper had to keep out the first one. Rose above, went to ground, and then again wasn't going to be able to get back up in time for the rebound kick straight into the guts.
And another substitute now comes on to a very well positioned and a very clinical team in Darwin Olympic.
2 minutes into injury time. It's party time. And
Kane Stephenson.
No one's in much of a rush to get back to this one. Again, that is the end of it. And the boys in red, Darwin Olympic, will have the week off. They go straight into the grand final, defeating Darwin Hearts, who will have to wait to find out who their next opponent will be. It'll be the winner of the next game, semi-final 2. But this game just broke wide open in the last 15. 3 goals coming. To break the hearts of the Hearts, although they will fight another day. But after a pretty physical encounter in challenging conditions, Olympic, well, they've got 2 feet in the grand final, in the cup final, and also a week extra to recover, which undoubtedly they will savour. Don't go anywhere because we're going to have the presentations of the Premier's medals and confirmation of the result behind us as well. Who won that in the reserves? Still got another game to come, and that one is sudden death. The winner will play Darwin Hearts. The defeated, they'll be preparing for 2026. So, as the Olympic take the huddle.
Well, 21 played, 13 wins to now make it 14 wins. Dave, draw 4 times and 4 losses, so not bad statistics if you ask me, if we look at the stat sheets from Football Northern Territory. But to make that now 14 wins for the side.
Yeah, well, they finished undefeated, and they've powered home in the last 15 of that game, whacking through 3 goals. It's really came something from nothing, because at one point I thought that the Hearts were going to level it, and we might have even been going extra time, but in the end, the Premiers, they come through and they absolutely made a meal of that in the end, and I think that scoreline probably doesn't do service to Darwin Hearts, because they were pretty good for a large portion of that game. In fact, I'd suggest probably on top for much of it. We don't have the stats, unfortunately, but stand by, as I said, for the presentations of the Premier medals for 2025 and the reserves. And then we have the second semi-final, which is the sudden death game. So we're gonna just take a very, very quick break while the teams and the officials get together for this presentation. Don't go anywhere. We're going to run straight through, and then we'll go to the second stream for the second semi-final. But we will throw down to the sidelines, and the official presentation down there. And it looks like I don't know if you could confirm this, Axe, but I think that the team in green look pretty happy. I think they just won their semi-final.